Survivor Samoa premiered on September 17, 2009, as 20 new castaways began the adventure of a lifetime in what would end up becoming a monumental season of Survivor. The castaways are immediately tasked to pick a tribe leader, with Russell Swan being chosen for Galu and Mick being chosen for Fo'ofo'a. And right away, the leaders had to make a big decision, as for the reward challenge, they had to choose who they thought was the best swimmer, the strongest, the most agile, and smartest, based on appearances alone. Fo'ofo'a would end up winning the challenge, earning themselves Flint. On Fo'ofo'a, Mick immediately tried to downplay his role as leader, as he knew that would put a target on his back. But then, we are finally introduced to one of the most legendary figures in Survivor history, Russell Hantz, as he immediately made his Survivor presence felt to the players and the audience.
My strategy is to be able to have a secret alliance with each one of these dumb girls. We can have something like a secret alliance.
Okay.
We can be strong for the beginning. We can look back at this moment right now and say we did it from the beginning, from day one. Got alliance with the dumb short-haired blonde, the even dumber long-haired blonde.
I'll trust you.
And the dark-haired girl.
You've got my word.
You have mine. I like to call it my dumbass girl alliance.
At the immunity challenge, Galu bounced back from their reward defeat to win the first immunity of the season. Ashley seemed like the easy vote, as she was deemed the weakest link of the tribe. But then, Marissa would end up making $1 million mistake when she questioned Russell's gameplay.
But you've been like talking to everybody.
I know.
So I don't know why you've been doing that. And it makes me a little wary. It makes me wary. Yeah, because I've seen you talking individually, like to everyone.
So
I'm just not
think,
sure.
How do you come to me and threaten me and telling me you're feeling uncomfortable? Are you kidding me? Marissa is the dumbest player I've ever seen.
The sketchiness displayed was all it took for Russell to flip the vote onto Marissa, as she became his first casualty, going home in a 7-3 vote.
Marissa, the tribe has spoken.
Episode 2 begins with Russell searching for the idol, believing it was somewhere at camp. I mean, Russell, I'm glad you're playing hard and all, but you don't even have a clue. No way you'll be able to find a small idol in the middle of this big island.
Yanked it down, got it loose, put it in my underwear, turned around, just walked off. The wonderful immunity idol. Booyah!
Yep, as common as finding idols without clues is today, this was legit game-breaking in Season 19. And suddenly, not only did Russell have complete control within the tribe, but he had an idol to protect him as well. He would, however, show his idol to Jason to build trust. At a very physical combined reward and immunity challenge, not only would Mike be forced to be pulled from the game afterwards, but we also had our very first and only challenge ejection in Survivor history.
Battle on the ground. Ben! Stop! Ben! Out of the challenge! Take a spot here, you're done.
How do you feel standing up?
Little woozy.
Little woozy? Alright, camera's there. If you need to sit down. We've already tried his canteen and we've waited for 40 minutes. The fact that he was blue when we came off the game is a bit scary.
You are pulling Barassi from the game.
At this point, yeah.
Okay. All right. Fo'ofo'a, come say your goodbyes to Mike.
In the end, Galu would win their second straight immunity. In a twist, Russell was then assigned to choose one person from his tribe to spend the day at Fo'ofo'a and oversee their tribal, and he chose Yasmin. On Galu, Shambo quickly made herself an easy first vote when she lost a tribe swimming mask and mouthpiece, all while finding no fish. On Fo'ofo'a, Yasmin rubbed a lot of the Fo'as the wrong way, specifically Ben, leading him to make some very icky remarks about her. Between these comments and getting kicked out of the challenge, Betsy used this against Ben to make him the target, as she knew she was on the chopping block as well, for being perceived as weak and not buying into Russell's schemish play. Unfortunately, it was too little too late for her, as Betsy was unanimously sent home.
Betsy, tribe has spoken.
Jason was heated at Ben after Tribal, as the two got into a racial debate about Ben's comments towards Yasmin. At another combined reward and immunity challenge, Galu dominated as they led for the entire challenge, earning their third straight immunity win. The leader, Russell, was given the option to either keep the comfort items or trade it for more functional items such as fishing gear and a tarp. Russell chose to keep the comfort items, much to the dismay of his tribe. He made another bad decision to follow, as he sent Shambo over to Fo'ofo'a for the night, despite her clearly being on the bottom. Hence, she would have even more of a reason to flip come the merge if she bonded well with the Fo'ofo'as. And that's indeed what happened, as Shambo felt more at home on the Fo'ofo'a tribe, with Russell specifically roping her in. Russell made Mick a promise that if they got rid of Ashley tonight, they could get rid of Ben at the next tribal, even showing Mick his idol to build trust. But despite all of this, Russell wasn't able to save Ben, as he was sent home unanimously.
Ben, tribe has spoken.
Episode 4 begins with Eric finding Galu's idol, while Natalie gave her first confessional of the season, saying she was confident she could beat Russell playing her game, as she realized Russell thought she was an easy beat. At a reward challenge that Jeff Probst didn't even bother showing up to, only 3 members of each tribe competed, to which Dave won, earning Galu some chickens, and right on cue, Shambo accidentally let one loose. At the immunity challenge, Fo'o picked up their first immunity win of the season, sending Galu to their first tribal. Despite Shambo appearing to be the easy vote, the vote switched to Yasmin and Monica, as Monica was seen as weak and had a bad challenge performance, while Yasmin was seen as lazy around camp. At tribal, everyone left Shambo in the dark, as she and Yasmin voted for Monica, while everyone else voted for Yasmin, sending her home in an 8-2 vote.
Yasmin, chopper spoken.
After having a rough couple days combined with being left out of the vote, Shambo was 100% ready to flip to Fo'o's side come a tribe swap or merge. At the reward challenge, it was neck and neck, and Ashley had a chance to win it for Fo'o. However, after taunting from Galu, she quit the challenge, earning Galu steak and sausages. Russell then sent the outcast Shambo over to Fo'o, meaning she wouldn't get to enjoy the feast. Having enough, Shambo spilled the beans to Fo'o about the alliances on Galu, and shared clues to the idol. Liz, feeling like Russell had already found the idol, confronted Russell about this, but he denied it and then intimidated Liz about threatening him with the idol. At the immunity challenge, one man and woman from each tribe would hold onto a rope while the opposing players would throw coconuts into their nets, weighing them down, and after a hard fight, Russell and Liz would drop out, giving Galu their 4th immunity win out of 5 challenges. Russell wanted Liz gone after she called him out on potentially having an idol, but luckily for Liz, he didn't get much of a chance to strategize as the pouring rain forced the tribe to stay in shelter the entire day. So at tribal, the tribe simply got rid of their weakest link in Ashley in a unanimous vote.
Ashley, the tribe has spoken.
Episode 6 begins with Jeff telling the final 14 that both tribes would be going to tribal to vote somebody out, with the winning tribe earning pizza, and would watch in on the losing tribe's tribal council. However, during the challenge, we would get one of the scariest moments in Survivor history, as Galu's captain Russell, who had busted his ass the entire season, finally fell to the elements.
Russell, get off the table.
Russell, get off the table. I want the ball.
Whoa. Russell, you with me? No. Hold up. Everybody hold up. Medical. He was out. He was definitely out.
Russell, can you sit down? Russell, sit down. Lying down.
Can you get the last pass? And the red cup. Russell, can you hear me?
Russell, I watched you black out in front of me 2 times. There's no way you could have stayed in this game.
After Russell's evacuation, the tribe still believed there would be tribal. Liz and Natalie were on the chopping block for Fo'o as they were the weakest links, while Shambo was the clear outsider for Galu. However, at tribal, Jeff informed the tribes that due to Russell's evacuation, nobody else would be going home that night, much to their relief. Episode 7 begins with Galu attempting to make Shambo the new leader of the tribe, which would hopefully keep her loyal to Galu come the merge. At the reward challenge, the contestants had to match pairs of items, to which Galu easily won. The new leader then sent her rival Laura to Fo'o, much to her frustration, and Russell smartly used this frustration to his advantage as he formed a close bond with Laura. Galu would complete their pre-merge challenge dominance at the immunity challenge, sending Fo'o back to tribal, where Liz finally paid the price for her call out of Russell 2 episodes prior, as she was sent home in a unanimous vote.
Liz, the tribe has spoken.
Episode 8 begins with the 2 tribes merging at 12, the largest merge in Survivor history up until that point. Knowing he was in trouble, Russell revealed his idol to multiple former Galu members, while also making deals to cause paranoia. Shambo also told Russell she was fully on his side and wanted Laura gone the most. However, at the immunity challenge, Shambo's target won immunity along with John, guaranteeing their safety at the ever so scary merge vote. With the Fo'o 4 on the chopping block, the main target became Jason, as he was a physical threat, and this would be a safe vote as Russell had a public idol. Eric was the main figure behind this plan, but this would end up being his undoing, as Natalie campaigned for him due to his aggressive play. And at tribal, while Russell would end up wasting his idol, the fall of Galu would officially begin here, as they turned on Eric in a 10-2 vote, sending him to the jury with an idol in his pocket.
Eric, tribe has spoken.
Episode 9 begins with a bit of foreshadowing, as Russell was pissed that he wasted his idol, as he was sure everyone on Galoo was voting for him, while Natalie killed a rat and served it to the rest of the tribe. At the reward challenge, the team of Dave, John, Kelly, Monica, and Shambo won a picnic, and along with their food, they received a clue to the re-hidden idol. With this in mind, the Galoo members plotted for Russell to go next, as he was obviously playing hard, and had to vote for him before he potentially found another idol. But let's just say, Russell was far ahead of them.
I don't care about no damn reward. I'm here to win the game. I'm gonna find the next immunity idol, and I ain't gonna tell a damn soul.
That easy.
When the winning tribe returned, Shambo told Russell that he was the target, to which Russell then showed her his idol, much to her happiness. Unfortunately for Shambo, Russell wouldn't get the chance to idol out Laura, as she won her second straight individual immunity, so Fofo switched their target to her closest ally in Kelly. At Tribal, all the Galoo, including Shambo, put their votes onto Russell, but then, Russell shocked them all with his iconic phrase.
If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so.
I ain't finished playing just yet. Keep hope alive.
Russell, does not count. Russell, does not count. Kelly. That's one vote, Kelly. 8th person voted out of Survivor Samoa and the 2nd member of our jury. Kelly, that's 3. Tonight, that's enough. Kelly, the tribe has spoken.
It's a brand new game now, as despite Galoo still having the numbers, Shambo was fully on board with the Foas, making the numbers even at 5-5. At the reward challenge, the team of Brett, Dave, Laura, Natalie, and Russell won, once again earning a picnic and getting a clue to the re-hidden idol. Once everyone arrived at camp, the search was on, and take a wild guess at who finds it.
Oh my God. This is getting way too easy.
At the immunity challenge, Mick won a key immunity, as this and Russell's idol would give Foa and Shambo the numbers in case there was a rock draw. However, Russell obviously wanted to keep his idol and avoid rocks, so he made a promise to John that if he flipped his vote to Laura, he would sacrifice a Foa member at the next tribal. While John stayed Galoo strong on the first vote, he switched his vote from Natalie to Laura on the re-vote, stunning the rest of Galoo, thus making Laura the 3rd member of the jury.
Laura, the tribe has spoken.
Episode 11 is a recap episode, leading us into episode 12, where unbelievably, the Foas now had the power in the game. The auction was then held for the 4th straight season, with the noteworthy items being Jason earning an advantage at the immunity challenge, and John earning a second clue to the idol. And yeah, safe to say, that wouldn't be very useful. At the immunity challenge, Jason used his advantage perfectly, securing immunity. After getting into an argument with Dave about the chickens, combined with the dream she had, Shambo campaigned for Dave to be the next to go. However, after showing John the idol to build trust, Russell quickly realized that was a mistake, and plotted with the tribe to take out John next. And at Tribal, Russell indeed got everyone other than Shambo on board to blindside John, sending him to the jury in a 7-1-1 vote.
John, tribe has spoken. Close the doors.
Shambo was upset that she was blindsided by the vote, but Russell claimed they only did this because John was gunning for her. And while Shambo did buy this lie, she was adamant that Dave had to be the next to go. Jason would win his 2nd immunity challenge in a row, thus sealing Dave's fate, as he was sent to the jury in a unanimous vote.
Dave, the tribe has spoken.
The second half of the episode begins with Russell feeling like Brett had to go, as he was a physical threat, and they couldn't let him skate by any farther. And before I go on, who the hell is Brett? But at the immunity challenge, Brett saved himself by just beating out Mick, much to the majority's annoyance. This left Monica as the only option left on the table for the majority. However, Monica wouldn't go down without a fight, as she stirred the pot, telling Russell that Jason told her about his salary, much to his anger, leading Russell to confront Jason about this, to which the latter denied, and even questioned how much longer he could keep Russell around. Russell's arrogance continued at Tribal, where he proudly wore his idol around his neck, with Monica continuing to taunt him. But in the end, her antics weren't enough to save her, as she was voted out in a 5-2 vote.
Monica, the tribe has spoken.
The final 6 are split up into 2 teams of 3, with the team of Jason, Russell, and Shambo winning the 100 Coconuts Challenge, earning themselves a trip. They discussed the possibility of the other 3 forming a final 3 back at camp, as this was especially worrisome concerning Natalie and Brett openly bonded during the reward challenge. When the 3 returned to camp, Russell interrogated Natalie about her potential alliance with Brett, but Natalie assured Russell that she was with him until the end. At another must-win immunity challenge for CGI Brett, he came through once again, guaranteeing himself a spot in the final 5. Feeling like they couldn't let Brett immunity win his way to the end, Jason threw gameplay out the window and argued that they had to get rid of Shambo, as she was the weakest challenge competitor in the majority. And at Tribal, Shambo's hectic Samoa run came to an end, as the Foes felt they had no choice but to send her to the jury.
Shambo, the tribe has spoken.
It's the finale now, and the only thing stopping the Foes from pulling an I-2-4 is Brett. And at the immunity challenge, Russell had an early lead, but Brett would make a comeback, winning his 3rd straight must-win immunity, and for the first time on merge, a Foe would be going home. It initially seemed that it would be Natalie, as she was obviously weaker than Jason and Mick, but Russell then realized she would be an easy beat at the final tribal council. So, the 2 of them had to decide between Mick and Jason, as while Jason had proven to be better physically than Mick, it also appeared that he had checked out of the game, which was obviously bad considering the final immunity challenge at this point in Survivor was usually something endurance related. At Tribal, Russell blindsided Jason, who he had a final 3 alliance with from very early on, sending him to the jury in a unanimous vote.
Jason, tribe has spoken.
It's the final immunity challenge now, and it's very simple. If Brett wins, he wins the game almost unanimously. If not, he's going home. After Mick and Natalie dropped out, it came down to Russell and Brett in one of the most intense final immunity challenges ever.
You're now at 7 feet. Russell starting to wobble. Brett falls off. Russell wins individual immunity, his first, and it couldn't have come at a better time.
Despite it seeming like a done deal that Brett was a goner, Russell continued to play too cute, telling Brett that he would be willing to let him duke it out against Mick in fire. But at Tribal, the now Foe 3 simply had no choice but to send Brett to the majority Galu jury, as his underdog run came up just short.
Brett, the tribe has spoken.
The final 3 celebrate their incredible run to day 39, although honestly, it's more so Russell gloating as opposed to celebrating, as he felt he had the game locked up, and even used his cockiness to intimidate Natalie and Mick before the final tribal council. But Russell was in for a big time wake up call at that final tribal council, as the jury questioned the way he treated people and his overall arrogance despite his incredible gameplay. Months later, to the shock of the audience, the under the radar Natalie beat the screen hog Russell in a controversial 7-2 vote, winning Survivor Samoa to become the 19th sole survivor.
The winner of Survivor Samoa, Natalie.
Thank you guys so much for watching Survivor Samoa in 18 minutes. Let me know what you guys think of the season down below, and let me know where Natalie ranks in your winner rankings. If you like these in blank minute videos, then please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and be on the lookout for the epic Heroes vs. Villains summary next. With all that said, take care everyone, and I'll see you next time.